Welcome to my Pokemon series where I talk about these topics. Today I want to talk about the two different kinds of Pokemon fans. I call them the green fans and the red fans. I am not trying to offend anybody, but if you were offended, maybe it would be useful to think about why. All of this is more just an opinion and speculation anyways, and very few people only belong to the green or the red side. So I wanted to talk about the red and the green fans of Pokemon. And I'm not talking about the games Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green here. I'm talking about the archetypes of Pokemon fans that I came across whilst doing research for this video. On one side of the spectrum we have the green fans, and on the other opposite side we have the red fans. The green fans are the typical apologists saying that there's absolutely nothing wrong with the Pokemon games, or even if there are some minor issues, the game is otherwise perfect. Or on another level, if there are issues with the games, the developers, the Game Freak developers are extremely talented, and if there are any issues with the project, it's because of management not giving enough resources to the devs. Green fans might purchase both expansions for a given mainline title and also both of the DLCs, totaling at $180. But I've also seen some DLC prices at like $45 instead of $30, so it might be over $200 for everything. Jesus Christ. Green fans can often be YouTubers who very often produce Pokemon videos. Their livelihood depends on making Pokemon videos. They are hesitant to trash talk the game or the devs or the company. Green fans think for some reason that emulating even old Pokemon games that you cannot buy anymore, or downloading ROM hacks, as completely and utterly evil. And this is a really interesting one. So many green fans might not even enjoy the games as video games. Rather, they justify the thousands of hours spent on collecting a shiny dex or trading as the games being actually good and offering good content, instead of just, being purely addicting. Now on the other side of the spectrum, like I said, there are the red fans. They think that there is absolutely no redeeming quality in Pokemon games, or there is redeeming quality in the first or the second or until the third or until the fifth generation of Pokemon games, and then after that they started to suck or something like that. They think that Game Freak developers are absolutely the most talentless developer studio there is. Very interestingly, so red fans are often YouTubers who don't regularly post Pokemon content, but they jump on the internet hate culture bandwagon to produce these videos and get a bunch of views. Every little bug in Scarlet and Violet or previous games, even just like visual bugs, or not even game-breaking bugs, everything small and tiny, or bugs that have been patched out months ago. According to red fans, these completely ruin the video game. They see these little bugs as the core issue with the franchise, even though they are not. And finally, many red fans, but even green fans I guess, want a national dex, which, in case you didn't know, national dex means including every single, right now 1010 Pokemon in the mainline game, because for some reason you need all of those Pokemon to have a good Pokemon game. There are very few people out there who are purely green or red fans. It's also very inviting for you to think that you are a centrist, so straight in the middle, no sides picked, but you shouldn't be a centrist, or you shouldn't think that you are a centrist, because you probably aren't a real centrist. Just like being purely in the green or the red section, there are very few people straight in the middle. And more importantly, being a centrist in these issues breeds complacency. You will not have a proper useful opinion on matters regarding Pokemon. All you will do is hate the green or the red fans and think that you are better than them, even though technically you are worse, because instead of having an actual opinion and sticking to a side, you just have nothing. And again, none of this talk about dividing the fan base comes from a place of malice, but it is really revolting when I do research on why some mass outbreaks just don't work, because some of the Pokemon spawn in the middle of a war, and then someone dares to say that besides this, the entire game is pretty much perfect. Don't be a Pokemon fanboy, don't be a Pokemon fanboy, also don't be a Pokemon hater, but also don't be a centrist. And if all of this sounds really confusing to you, just try to be as objective as you can be in your life.